I want us to talk about or to deliberate on how Nigerians can stop the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressive Congress from rigging the 2023 presidential or even the general election of 2023. This is important because if these two biggest political parties we have in the country are not content, one of them is likely to outrig the other and claim victory in 2023 general election and the most important of it all, the presidential election. This is important and Nigerians should not take it lightly. That's why I'm making this particular video so that Nigerians should begin to think about strategies to stop the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressive Congress from rigging the 2023 presidential election and the general election in general. Oftentimes, when you hear supporters of the APC and PDP boast about structure, you have heard them say P2B has no structure. You have heard them say Labour Party has no structure. They always claim monopoly of structure. PDP and APC, they claim monopoly of structure. But this structure they are boasting about is actually a structure of rigging and nothing else. When they tell you that they have a structure everywhere, it is actually the structure to rig the election. Now, if Nigerians allow them, 2023 general election is going to be a child's play for them. One of them will outrig the other and will be declared the winner in terms of the presidential election. And they may go ahead to produce the largest number of governors as APC and PDP have done at different occasions. So for 2023 general election, what Nigerians must do is to ensure that PDP and APC are stopped. Now, what is it that Nigerians must do? Already, even independent pollsters, independent observers, both local and foreign, have noticed that there is a general disenchantment in the country. People of Nigeria are fed up with APC and PDP. But this disenchantment with these big parties is not going to stop them from rigging the 2023 election. So what must be done first is that there must be massive rejection of these two parties. Now, if Nigerians are serious to do away with these two behemoths, they must vote massively against them to the level that their rigging will be useless. You hear them, the APC and PDP, they are the masters in rigging election in Nigeria. And as I said earlier, anywhere you see them win is because they were able to outrig each other. It's not because of popular support. And they also tell you that you cannot rig where you don't have a semblance of popularity. So what you do to them, what Nigerians must do to them, is to totally reject them. Totally reject APC and PDP so that their defeat will be overwhelming. Even their enablers, the Independent National Electoral Commission, will not be able to help them when Nigerians reject them overwhelmingly and shows it and are ready to go to the streets to protest anything that will give any semblance of victory to APC or PDP. Because when the masses know where they stood by voting massively against PDP and APC, they cannot afford to rig as they used to do. So there must be a massive support for the third force, which means the other smaller political parties. We have 18 registered political parties in the country right now who are going to participate in 2023 general election. Out of these 18, two are the biggest, APC and PDP. Now, if the other 16 parties coalesce into an alliance with the Labour Party, especially in the presidential election, let's say all of them move their support to Peter Obi, then they'll be able to synergize to the level that they can be able to monitor effectively the rigging machinery of PDP and APC and stop them. And now, when the public overwhelmingly rejects them, rejects PDP and APC, and vote overwhelmingly for the Labour Party, which is the third force party in the country, then it will be difficult for them to rig the election, and they will be stopped in their track. So there must be massive voting against them. Because if there is not enough votes, if there is any small margin between APC, PDP, and the third force, these people are experts in manipulation. They will manipulate the result in their favor. Each of them doing it where they think they have stronger base. I mean APC and PDP. So they have to be overwhelmingly defeated. They have to be overwhelmingly defeated. There is enough ground to overwhelmingly defeat APC and PDP. They have failed the country in so many ways. They are the reason we are having so much insecurity in Nigeria right now. People being killed like fowl, and those who kill them are not held accountable. They are the reason why Nigerians cannot even afford a meal a day. They are the reason why Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. They are the reason why we don't have electricity in this country. They are the reason why many families have never seen pipe-borne water run in their taps. They are the reason why university education has become virtually useless in Nigeria. Public university education has collapsed. You see students who register for a course of 4 years. They spend how many years? They spend 6 years, 7 years because of intermittent strikes by us. The teachers in secondary and primary school are disenchanted because their welfares are not taken care of. Farmers cannot go to farm because when they go there, they are killed. When people go to the market, the food stuff is beyond the reach of the average Nigerian. There's enough ground to reject this people. So I don't know why Nigerians are not as angry as they should be. And if they are as angry as they should, there's no reason why they will not be able to vote overwhelmingly against PDP and APC. And they dare not rig the election if Nigerians overwhelmingly vote against them. So that is one thing that must be done. There must be a total rejection of APC and PDP so that to even demoralize them to attempt to rig it. And they will know the consequences of trying to rig the election. Either the system collapse on their head or the democracy will be in peril. So this is the thing that needs to be done. They need to be checked by Nigerians turning out massively. And one of the ways to show it is also to make sure that many Nigerians, as much angry Nigerians as possible, get registered for this election, for the 2023 general election. There should be a drive to get as much angry Nigerians who have suffered so much under these two political parties, so that they get registered and come out to vote in the election. So it's one key way to stop them from rigging the election. When there's overwhelming anger against them by Nigerians. But if Nigerian voters allow them, and some of them still believe that there's hope in APC and PDP after all these years, then Nigerians are going to live with what they voted for. And at the end of the day, I can assure you that it will not be long. It will be 2,000 naira to $1, as long as APC and PDP continue to manage the economy of Nigeria. Then the next thing that also has to be done is to ensure that the Electoral Act is totally enforced. You see, under the Electoral Act, especially the 2022 Electoral Act, there is hope in curtailing the rigging that used to characterize the previous elections, which APC and PDP used to rig with ease. The electronic transmission of results. So Nigerians must put their foot on ground and insist and monitor their vote and monitor the enforcement of that particular section of the Electoral Act, the electronic transmission of results. But you know, our lawmakers, they are very mischievous. You see how they coded it. They say where it is possible. It was a very mischievous input there by the lawmakers, selfish lawmakers that we have in the National Assembly. That was a leeway they created for themselves so that they can be able to rig the election by aiding INEC to do manual transmission of results. So Nigerians must insist that the electronic transmission of results is followed to the letter. And how do they do it? How do you enforce it? When Nigerians vote, lucky enough, most Nigerians now have smartphones. If you can be able, within the vicinity of the polling booth, if you can be able to send tests, if you can be able to log online, if you can be able to send WhatsApp messages, if you can be able to send email, if you can be able to go to your Facebook while you are within that vicinity, INEC should not come and tell you that they cannot be able to transmit the results, because your Wi-Fi that was able to empower you to communicate with the rest of the world while you were at that polling booth or where you are within the vicinity of the polling booth. The INEC Wi-Fi should be able to work. They cannot come and tell you people. So you must stay there. After the election, don't go home. Stay there until the results are announced. And make sure that the results are sent to Abuja electronically. And while you are there, when they announce the result, they paste it, take a snap at it, the party agents and whoever is there, snap it and send it to your own political party center, where your party receives all the results that are coming in. A political party like Labour Party, it has a lot of intelligent people right now, and it has always had anyways. They should have, and I believe they should, if they have not, they should try and have a team of high-tech experts, ICT experts, who are going to be receiving all the results as they are coming in from all over the country, be it from Damaturu, be it from Bama, be it from anywhere in Nigeria. People who voted, when the results are coming, the agents should be able to send the result electronically through their WhatsApp, through whatever means, through email, send it, warehouse it down to the coalition. Because it's not only INEC that should have a coalition room, political parties should have coalition room that are receiving all their results that are coming in from all the polling units around Nigeria. So that what their agents, their supporters are sending in will be compared with what is being transmitted to Abuja, to the INEC center in Abuja. So that to ensure that what was voted for, or the party that was voted for at the polling unit, is not so changed by the time the thing is transmitted, the result is transmitted to Abuja. That is basically it. And that is one of the ways to mark this PDP and APC people. Because if they are given chance, one of them will outreach each other. And at the end of the day, the country will pay the price. In misgovernance, in insecurity, in unemployment, in disappearance of people without being seen, in banditry, in farmers not being able to go to their farms, in students not being able to return back to universities, in polytechnics being literally shut down, and in kidnapping of students, and the general insecurity around the country. So things has to be done. So the power is now in the hands of Nigerians. And if they don't use it wisely, these people are going to take advantage of them and rig this election massively. As I said earlier, you see them bragging they have structure. They have put massive structure in place just for rigging of election. It's not to sell anything. They have not sold any program to Nigerians. If you listen to them and you listen to somebody like Mr. Peter Obi, you find out that there is no message they have. There is no message that they have. They don't have any message at all. They don't have any message. Their power is in their ability to rig the election, to bribe their way through. That is basically what they have power for. So Nigerians should stop them by ensuring that there is electronic transmission of results. And their collusion with INEC to come and claim that electronic transmission of results is not possible in your polling unit should be challenged. That is why I'm saying make sure you charge your phone very well on the day you're going to vote, so that you can be able to test the ability to for electronic transmission of results in your environment. Because if you can be able to send email, if you can be able to send WhatsApp from that same vicinity, INEC cannot tell you that they will not be able to do transmission of results electronically. They must transmit it electronically to Abuja. Now that's very important. Now, one other problem that Nigerian election have been having in recent times is monetization of votes. Vote for cash. People are paid money on election day. People line up, collect 200 naira, 500 naira, 1,000 naira, 5,000 naira, so that they can vote for a particular candidate, a particular political party, mostly APC or PDP. So what have to be done in that case? Since the money they are using to use to buy your vote is actually your money, because nobody that has genuine money will come and pay to serve you. So it is your money that they have stolen. They have come back to give it to you to vote for them, so that they can return back to power and keep on stealing your money again. Collect it. Vote for your conscience. There should be massive, as people who support the third force party like a Labour Party go about them, they should tell people, we know they are going to come with the money. Collect the money. Vote according to your conscience. Vote for the party that will change your life. Collect their money, but don't vote for them. It is your money, your looted money, that they are now coming to use some percentage of it to buy you again so that they will continue looting. Collect it, but don't vote for them. So that is very important. Collect it. Then I will advise political parties to set up machinery so that they can somehow be able to use hidden cameras to be able to take shots of those who are engaging in this cash for votes. Many of them, they do it openly. You political parties can have those they selected people to be taking discrete photographs of this thing, so that this kind of thing can even be tested in the law. By the time it can be a good ground to cancel an election result, because buying of votes is illegal. It's against the Electoral Act. So if you can have picture evidence of it, it may help. I cannot say it will totally help, but it may help when you have such pictures in several places in a particular voting area. It could be significant enough to lead either to the cancellation of the results or to a general, at least as an indication that the results should be cancelled. Yeah, could be enough ground. There could be enough ground to cancel the result, because, as I said, Electoral Act is against vote buying. So if Electoral Act is against vote buying, anybody engaging in it has committed an offense, and it's a bad influence on the election. So if we have the political parties have a mechanism to document this cash for vote, because oftentimes after the election, people will forget about it. Nobody talks about it. There's no evidence, or people just talk about it. And all. Let it be recorded discreetly by video, by camera, and whatsoever means, electronic means, so that there be documentary evidence. In such a way, it can be used to call to questions several results that may help to stop PDP and APC from a runaway rigging of the election. Let Nigerians make rigging difficult for PDP and APC. It is very important. It is very important. Unless Nigerians want to remain the way things are, they want things to remain the way they are, or even get worse. As I have said, if care is not taken, if a new set of leadership is not enthroned in Nigeria, after 2023, you may see Nigerian naira selling for 2,000 naira to $1. You may think it's not possible. Well, the indications are there, staring you in the face, but only you are not seeing it. Then another way to make sure that rigging is stopped is to make sure that party agents are well taken care of. Third force parties like Labour Party, they should make sure that their agents are taken care of. If they are not taken care of, they will be bought over by either the APC or the PDP, depending on which of them has more money at the point where your agent is located. So the first thing to do, one of the most important to do, is to get agents from among the working class, among those who are not happy with the system, those who want a change, and they have some level of integrity. They are your agents. And these people of integrity, they are not scarce in Nigeria. They are everywhere. It's just that they are in the minority. So those kind of people should be used as party agents. Those people that will not sell out, people that will not sell out the party, will not sell out the country, who are determined for change. Let them be appointed as party agents and let them be funded. It is a given. Their funding will not be as huge as that of APC and PDP, who have so much money from the looted fund they have acquired through the looting of state and federal treasuries. But at least it should be sufficient enough for them to be able to do their work as party agents. All the things that they require to be effective as party agents should be given to them. Now, if the party agents of the third force, like Labour Party, are contented with themselves, they cannot be bought over by the APC and PDP. Because if their needs are not met, APC and PDP can buy them over. And then they can manipulate the figure. Then they can allow INEC to do anything. They can transmit whatever they want to transmit to Abuja as the result from the polling unit. So this is important. These are some of the ways that these behemoths, PDP and APC, can be stopped from rigging the election in 2020. Because already, when you see them talk so boastfully, they are not talking so boastfully because they have impacted Nigerians in any positive way. They are not talking boastfully because the education sector has been improved by them. They are not talking boastfully because there is improvement in the health system. They are not talking boastfully because there is improvement in power sector. They are talking boastfully because they believe that they can rig the election and get away with it. The job of Nigerians is to stop them. And if Nigerians don't stop them, they will rig it again more massively, despite the improvement that has been enshrined in the 2022 Electoral Act. The ball is in the court of Nigerians. Do you want to stop PDP and APC from rigging this election? Or do you want to be ambivalent? You don't care. Well, if you don't care, it means that you are going to be served the same menu once again. And the menu may taste worse than the one you are now dining on. Thank you and God bless you. And please, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscription button, like this video, share it widely, because when you hit the subscription button, anytime we release any video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.